Your nervous system can activate a full-scale stress response in under 100 milliseconds. That means the system is so deeply built in, it can bypass conscious thought entirely. But that doesn't mean we're powerless to it. To understand why this happens, it's important to understand what the nervous system actually is. At its core, the nervous system's main job is safety. Physically, it's an inbuilt electrical and chemical network that runs through your entire body. It's involved in every thought, every sensation, and every stress response, all at a physiological level. Structurally, it has three main parts. First, the brain. The brain acts as an assessor and predictor, constantly processing information from both your body and the environment. Second is the spinal cord. This acts as the main highway of the body, carrying signals at speeds of 120 meters a second to and from the brain. Together, the brain and the spinal cord make up the central nervous system. The third part is the peripheral nervous system, a vast network of nerves branching out to your heart, muscles, organs, and skin. And much of this system runs automatically. It constantly regulates your breathing, heart rate, digestion, and response to your environment without you ever even having to think about it. The nervous system operates in two main modes. One is the sympathetic nervous system. This is the mode for action and self-preservation. It raises alertness, mobilizes energy, and prepares the body to respond. The other is the parasympathetic nervous system. This is the recovery mode. Here, energy is prioritized for digestion, repair, and healing. Both modes are essential. We need to be able to respond quickly and efficiently in a real threat situation. That's what this system evolved for. But modern life has changed the environment completely. Humans are now the apex species. We no longer worry about predators. Instead, the nervous system is triggered by notifications, deadlines, traffic, social comparison, and constant information. You might think many of these aren't dangerous, but the body doesn't know the difference between modern stress and predator stress. It only knows the demand. And unlike physical threats, modern stress rarely has a clear endpoint. There's no moment where the body gets a strong signal that it's safe again. So the sympathetic nervous system stays active, sometimes strongly, sometimes slightly, but persistently. Over time, the nervous system adapts to what it experiences most. That level of activation starts to feel normal. This is why many people feel tired but wired. Why sleep becomes lighter and digestion issues are so common in modern life. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They understand what's happening and they still feel stressed. That's because you can't think your way out of a nervous system state. A useful way to think about it is like an untrained dog that's overexcited and jumping around. It's untrained, and telling it to sit won't suddenly calm it down. This isn't because the dog is bad, but because it hasn't learned yet. The nervous system works in a similar way. Stress lives in an automatic response, not conscious thoughts. So real change doesn't happen by fighting the system from the outside, it happens from working from within it. And the most direct way to do that is through the body itself. So, if change has to happen inside the nervous system, the question becomes, how do you actually do that? One of the best ways to tap into the nervous system is through breath and stillness. Breathing is one of the few parts of the nervous system that's both automatic and controllable. When you slow it down, especially the exhale, you're sending a strong physiological signal of safety into the system. Stillness works in a similar way. When you reduce movement and input, the nervous system gets a clear message that no energy is required right now, and can prioritize energy for other functions such as digestion and healing. Over time, these signals start to retrain the system. The baseline for experiencing stress begins to shift, not suddenly, but gradually. And the lived experience of that isn't dramatic, it's subtle. You start to notice your breathing naturally slowing, your sleep will start to improve, your reactions to stimulus soften. There's more space between that stimulus and your response. So life doesn't just automatically become stress-free. but it becomes lighter, your baseline decreases. And that's the real work of stillness, not escaping the world, but teaching your system that it's safe to be in it. Even just 2-3 minutes a day, sitting yourself down, being completely still and breathing slow, can send a strong signal to your nervous system and retrain the baseline, enough to make a noticeable difference in your life. If this was useful, subscribing or liking the video is the simplest way to support the channel. It helps keep this work going. Thanks for being here.